What's going on, guys? This is Anthony Family Man Trucking, and welcome to my channel. If you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so by hitting that bottom logo, and also stay tuned at the end of the video to get very important message on how to save money on your fuel costs. And you guys be careful. What's going on, guys? You guys are probably been wondering, where the hell have I been? Okay. Well, for those who I talk with on a daily basis or every other day, or basically the people that I talk to a lot, you guys know what's been going on. But today is Wednesday, April 28th. I'm at MGR. I'm in the back and I picked up a load in Madison, Wisconsin, taking it over to Romulus, Michigan, which is right outside Ann Arbor, for tomorrow morning, which is Thursday. Now, bring up to speed. 2 weeks ago, my check engine light came on. I diagnosed the situation. Turns out that my NOx sensor was going out. Okay. So I told dispatch, I told MGR, which was in the middle of the week, I go, look, my truck is not running any different. It's still running strong. I'm not losing any kind of power. It's definitely not affecting my MPGs. But if you're going to tell me to go to a Freightliner dealership, let me go home. I drop it off there. So they found me a load going home. I dropped it off on a Thursday, which was 2 weeks ago, tomorrow. And I dropped it off on a Freightliner dealership, thinking that I was gonna get it as early as last Monday. Not this past Monday, but the last Monday before. Well, I called them Saturday, asking them, hey, have you checked my truck? You know, just give me an idea how my week's gonna look. He's like, well, the NOx sensor's going out, but the thing is, we don't have that part in stock. We're gonna go ahead and have to get it shipped in. So it should be here late today, which would have been that Saturday, or they said it's going to be in first thing Monday morning. So I knew I wasn't going to leave that Monday. Long story short, the part didn't come in till late Tuesday afternoon. They worked on it. They said they had it ready, installed that Wednesday, but now listen, but it has to be in line to do a road test, and they have to go through the cycle. All right, they have to run cycles through it that make sure everything is operating correctly. Well, come Friday, this past Friday, my truck is ready like around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, my daughter had prom, my son has had a baseball game. We had a lot of things going on. So I told him, I go, look, I said, I can't get out there that Friday because all week last week was just basically waiting by the phone, seeing my truck is ready, you know, and now I have plans, and I'm not going to change my plans because now that you have my truck ready, so I'm going to have to pick it up Saturday morning. And they're like, fine, that's okay, no problem. Long story short, $3,500. I talked to Miss Vicky, they paid for it. They're going to take it out of increments out of my check because I didn't have $3,500 just sitting around. Now, you're going to ask yourself, is that covered under warranty? Sensors, guys, sensors are not covered under warranty. Okay, they're not. It is what it is. Okay. The NOx sensor. If you guys don't know what a NOx sensor is, it's kind of like an O2 sensor that goes to a normal car. All right. It triggers the information to the engine in order to the emissions to kick on, and it filters out the DPF system. All right. Now, my NOx sensor was going out, which basically it was not closing fully. All right. To tell the engine that it's getting hot enough for the engine to go ahead and to do a regeneration cycle. All right. So long story short, $3,500. They changed out a NOx sensor. They changed out a harness device because they said the harness device was going to not showing accurate reads. So it was going to slowly start going out. So then when they had replaced it. So all that, including the labor, $3,500. Finally got my truck this past Saturday. I was on the road Monday morning, LaPorte, Texas, which is right outside Houston, going to Wisconsin for today, April 28th. A little bit over 1,100 miles. Leaving Houston, only 100 miles, freaking light turns on. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I just paid $3,500 for this sensor to be installed. And now it's coming up the same code. I was getting kind of pissed, man. I was like, so I called dispatch. I called Miss Vicky and I told my dispatcher, and they were like, what? You serious? You know. So long story short, guys, I've been running with the light on. Now, granted, my truck has not been acting any different. It's still been running strong. Okay? Shakira has been running fully strong. Now, today, Wednesday, I dropped off this morning Pierre de Chen. My next loaded pickup was in Madison, Wisconsin, which was like a little bit over 100 miles. Okay? And I'm picking up that one and taking it over to Romulus, Michigan tomorrow morning. Okay? Well, when I get to Madison, Wisconsin, pull into the dock, they started loading me up. It took about 2 hours. Turn on my truck to take off. Light turns off. I'm like, what the hell? Now, I'm happy that the light turned off. But now I'm like, well, what the hell's going on with my truck? You know, I just paid $3,500, right? So I'm tripping. I go to my source. I'll call my cousin. I told him the whole situation. First, he was like, man, why'd you pay so much? You know. Well, honestly, I don't know how to change the knock sensor. You can Google it, but I just rather have it done by a professional. Okay. Yeah, right. You know. So I told him the whole situation. I go, man, I said, I left Houston, 100 miles, going up north, 45. I haven't even got to Dallas yet. All right. The light turns on. Here we are, almost, what, 1,300 miles later, light turns off. He's like, what? He's like, yeah. So then he's telling me, he goes, do you know they did a hard reset on your truck? I said, yeah. I said, they told me that they had to do some cycles through it, make sure everything was operating correctly. Right, they had to do a road test. They had to do all this stuff, right, before they turn it over to me. So, yeah, I believe, so they're supposed to have done a hard cycle test on it. He's like, well, what happens is basically, especially when you change out sensors in modulars, that they have to go through a hard reset. What that means is basically the truck has to be turned off 5 times, dead switch, no power, no nothing, okay, for it to be recycled. He's like, so when did you say that the light turned on? Because he's asking me, so I'm walking him through the steps. I said, well, I left Houston on my way to Wisconsin, 100 miles outside Houston, the light turned on. He was okay. I said, well, that Monday night, I turned off the truck because the temperature was nice. And I was somewhere in Oklahoma. Okay, so that's one. Tuesday morning, I stopped, did something, whatever. Turned off my truck. Okay. Oh, I did my 30. Okay, so I turned on my truck. Okay, turned it back on. That's 2. I get to wherever I was going. I forgot where I was. That Tuesday night. Okay, turned off my truck. This morning, turned it back on. That's 3. I get to my drop off in Pierre de Chen. Turn off my truck. They're unloading me. Turn it back on. That's 4. So then I go to Madison, Wisconsin. Get to the dock door. They start loading me, which is the load that I have now. They take 2 hours to load me. And then turn on my truck. So that's 5. Well, when I turned on my truck, the light went away. And I was like, what the hell? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm happy that the light is off. But I also don't know what the hell's going on with my truck. So he's like, well, basically that's probably what happened, is that your truck reset itself. You know, not necessarily reset itself, but it went through the cycle. So then I'm telling him, well, then what the hell did I pay for it? Because that's the reason why I had to wait for my truck, because they said it was ready Wednesday, but they had to put it in line to do this hard recycle testing, and they had to do a road test and all this, you know, other garbage, whatever you want to call it. Okay. He's like, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. So, long story short, I guess all those turning on and turning off, whatever, back and forth, reset my truck, which is fine. I get here to the yard, okay, I walk in, say hi to Miss Vicky. Now Terry, our tech guy, okay, he works for Freightliner, okay, he said he was gonna go ahead and come back here and check out my truck to make sure everything is, you know, is being done right, and also they can plug into our computer and see what kind of codes are not so much active but are inactive, which basically means a list of codes that have been recently popped up, okay, and then have been cleared out, okay, and he can kind of get a reading over it, okay. Now here we are, 8:40. I've been here since 6:30. You know, I think he forgot about me, okay, but oh well, it is what it is. All right. I've been MIA for past 2 weeks. I didn't work last week. I was at home all week. Now the good thing about it was I got to spend time with my family, got to see my boy play. All right, they're in the playoffs. They have a game Friday night. Got to spend some time with my wife. You know, every day, man, I was calling, checking on my truck. Hey, what's the status? You know, what's the status? What's the status? What's the status? Back and forth. You know, but yeah, man, $3,500. Okay, got here at MGR. Now my goal was to stop driving in Gary, Indiana, because from Madison to Romulus, Michigan was only 7-hour drive, which is a little bit over 400 miles, from what I remember. Okay, but when I had left Madison, man, I hit the traffic coming into Chicago, and I only had like a little bit over 3 hours to drive. So when I got here, man, I only had like 30 minutes left on my clock. So that's the reason why I came here instead of trying to go to Gary, Indiana. That was my intentions, but with the traffic, I knew I wasn't gonna make it, man. And luckily, MGR was on my way, you know. So all I had to do was just wake up in the morning, do my 15, jump on the freeway, head towards Ann Arbor, because that's where Romulus is at. So, but yeah, guys. See a lot of new drivers out here walking around, you know, checking out their trucks and whatever, man. Welcome aboard. Good luck, guys. Have faith in your dispatcher. Now, by all means, if you feel like you're not making any money, I suggest you call safety and talk to them and see if they can try and work something out, you know, but be patient, you know. Sometimes these load bars are hit and miss, man. But yeah, I'm in the hole, $3,500. Luckily, they're going to take it out in small increments, you know, to where it won't hit me that much. But yeah, you know, sensors, guys, they're not covered in warranty, man. They're not covered in warranties, okay, or under warranty. So with that being said, guys, you know, I was MIA for you know 2 weeks, I guess, you know. But yeah, I started off the week strong. That load from LaPorte to Wisconsin, and now I'm on my second load, dropping off tomorrow morning. You know, hopefully pick up another one, take it somewhere, and you know, just go down the line. You know. So with that being said, guys, God bless. Be careful. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of yourself. This COVID shit is just definitely not over, man. You know, I understand we want to try and get back to normal here soon, man, but guys, just be careful, man. Just take it from me, man. Just be careful out there. All right. So that being said, guys, God bless, be careful, and take care. How's everybody doing this evening, guys? First of all, thanks for watching my video. Hope you really enjoyed it. If you guys are thinking of coming to MGR Freight Systems, go ahead and hit my profile picture on the top right. This will bring you to my home page. Hit about, and those to bring you to the 2 links that I have out there. The first link is going to be MGR Freight Systems. Go ahead and open it up. This take you directly to their application process. Put your information in. On the bottom, it'll ask you how you refer to the company. Please put my personal information in there, as well as my driver ID number, which is 1875. Also, guys, if you guys want to start saving some serious money on your fuel costs, I also left a link to Mud Flaps. Tap that, that'll take you to their website. Go ahead and put your information in, put your personal information in. There's no annual fee, there's no service fee. The process is easy, guys, easy. You know, you can start saving money that same day. You know, so once again, if you're really thinking about coming to MGR Freight Systems, tap on my profile picture on the top right. This will bring you to my home page. Hit about. You'll see the link to MGR Freight Systems, as well as the link to Mud Flaps. So once again, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. You guys be careful, and God bless.